Today, I come with a burden and a deep sense of disgust at the habit of our fellow countrymen.
An anonymous quote said that life becomes more meaningful when we realize the simple facts that we'll never experience a moment twice. Seek counsel and look for counsel on that subject matter. The value of wise counsel in moments of crisis can never be overestimated.
The objectives of his speech today are two. The first is to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring, as well as to share an aspect of his previous experience when he was a protege.
30% of all I make is mine to keep. Join me as I make welcome an ebullient speaker, Toastmasters Chibueze.
If I've seen further, it's because I stood on the shoulder of giants. That's a quote attributed to Sir Isaac Newton, and he used it to emphasize the fact that it's groundbreaking scientific research was a result of the work of other scientists that came before him. Toastmaster of the day, my fellow Toastmasters, guests and online guests, good evening.
Good evening.
The Toastmasters Bootcamp emphasized the importance of mentorship in the following words. It said, through mentorship, proteges gain self-confidence and will often achieve at a higher rate than members without the benefit of mentors. Throughout my life, as well as my Toastmasters journey, I've had the benefit of enjoying the guidance and the supervision of mentors. And I want to use this opportunity especially to appreciate my mentors, Toastmaster Osuji Japhet, and my coach, Toastmaster Pascal Onyocha, whose efforts have guided me and given me stability in my Toastmasters journey. However, today I will go somewhere slightly different. And I'll talk about a mentor whose strong hands guided me in my financial journey. I started my financial journey when I met my mentor, Mr. Amadu, the retired naval officer. I met him as a client in the law firm that I was employed while we were doing this case. And I observed him. And one thing that stood out for me was that he was not your typical Nigerian big man. He was wealthy, but he was reserved. To put it mildly, I was in an uncertain place in my financial work, and I was desperate for guidance. So one day, I faced my fears. I took courage, and I walked up to him at the balcony of Abu High Court while we were waiting for the judge to sit. And I asked him one of the most important questions I've ever asked anybody in my life. Sir, how did you build your wealth? Now, this is the kind of question Kanayo will enjoy in a Hollywood movie. Because in that time, I'll now tell you it's all about sacrifice. And that wasn't my case. I was a young man, about 24 at the time. I had just read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I was searching for a rich dad. And in Mr. Amadu, I found one. That day he peered into my eyes like laser beams, and he spoke in his baritone voice. I started growing wealth the day I decided that 30% of all I make is mine to keep. I started growing wealth the day I decided that 30% of all I make is mine to keep. He went further to explain to me the importance of saving a portion of everything that comes into your hand. And he told me that stability in life is built as a result of the 30% you saved and invested over the period of your life. Finally, he closed the session that day by recommending a very important book, The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Tracy. We've had so many other meetings after that day, and each time I meet him, I've always had the opportunity of standing on his shoulders and looking further into the future.
Recording in progress.
History is replete with historical mentor-mentee relationships. And I will mention a few in contemporary times. How many of us have heard of Oprah Winfrey? You've heard of that?
Yes.
How many of us have heard of her mentor, the author and poet Maya Angelou?
Yes.
Talking of Maya Angelou, Oprah said, "She has always been there. She has guided me through the important years of my life." How many of us know that Steve Jobs mentored Mark Zuckerberg? When Steve died in 2011, Zuckerberg wrote on his Facebook page, "Thanks, Steve, for being a friend and a mentor. Thank you for showing us that what you build can change the world. I will miss you." Finally, how many of us know that Warren Buffett mentored Bill Gates? I agree with Oprah Winfrey when she said that mentors are important, and I don't think anyone can go far in life without the benefit of one form of mentorship or the other. And I make bold to say that no one can see far in life, neither would you go far, if you don't have one sort of mentorship, either virtual, physical, or a direct form of mentor to guide or stabilize you. Now we see the importance of mentorship. How do you choose your mentors? Number one, you can have as many mentors as you can find. However, you must ensure that each mentor will mentor you in their area of competence. Of course, you will not take advice from a lawyer on how to conduct a surgical operation. Secondly, your mentor is not meant to do the job for you. Neither are they your ATM. They are there to encourage you and to push you towards the right direction to attain your life goals and ambitions. And finally, you don't need to go too far to find a mentor. You can find one in your parents if you are lucky, in your grandparents, or somewhere here in the Toastmasters club. And I will leave you with these thoughts. John Crosby said something, that mentorship is a brain to pick, an ear to listen, and a push in the right direction. Those ones are the